to foster a little bit of blues so people can hear it. You don't hear it on the radio. A lot of kids, even if you're 18, you can't go to a lot of clubs and hear live blues. So, it's a chance to get out there and do something. We teach some history, we talk about history, we answer their questions, and boy do they have some good ones. Kids are something else. If the teachers will do a very good job, it really helps us out. As far as handouts go, we don't have handouts because we really don't know what we're getting into. Well, we're going to have 35 kids in 2nd and 3rd grade. You get there, there's 600 kids from 7th through 10. So you really don't know what you're doing. I usually start out with asking the question, what are the blues? What is the blues? If you have the blues, how do you feel? What's going on? And somebody ran over my puppy. Blues is different to everybody. Blues is generally, if you're not feeling real good, you got the blues. But people don't play blues to cry and whine. They play the blues to get rid of that, to have some fun. Play some blues and let it go. I was telling that usually the first blues instrument was probably a harmonica. And the reason why, in 1900, I think these came over in the 1880s to the United States from Germany. By 1900, 1910, 20 in there, you could buy these things for a dime. Now they probably cost $30 or $40, and you can get a harmonica specially made for $200 if you want to. This is a real easy harmonica. It's a 10-hole diatonic. Diatonic means that it doesn't go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It just plays chords. So you bend the notes to play the blues because all the notes aren't there. The virtues of this instrument is I can put it in my pocket and I can hike Mount LeConte. I can't do that with a piano. When people gathered together back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, when blues got their roots going, the big place to get together was church. So everybody get together at church, they'd have their harmonicas, they have their guitars. Guitars in the Sears catalog were probably $6. This was probably a dime. You could order them, people could play. Afterwards you eat and then you go over to Uncle Billy's house and sit around and play the blues. At that time, the blues and the church were opposite of each other. If you played the blues, you're going to go there. You're going to go to the evil place. But it's basically the same thing, except you got a few more 7th chords in there, the 7th notes. Blues is one of the real and only American true music forms. We've got pretty much country music, blues, and jazz. That belongs to us. Where did it start? Good question. Okay. It became famous in the United States, honestly, through slavery. People sang the blues, people played the blues, blues was recorded. Those were very hard times on everybody, especially people of color. I don't spend a whole lot of time on that, especially if you're doing a blues show, and I don't know, it just kind of rubs people the wrong way. But slavery did have a good part of the beginning of the blues. Now I'm sure they sang the blues when they built the China Wall, and I'm sure they sang the blues while they built the pyramid. But usually I will ask a teacher, I'll play a little bit of a gospel tune on a harmonica, and then from there I'll go into the blues, because that's about the easiest thing you can do. All I need is this, I don't need anything else. So I'll play just a little bit of Amazing Grace, just because I can. We'll try it this way. Now, the blues isn't very far away from that. Here's a little blues, okay? tie-in. Big easy tie-in. Another thing people used to do is train sounds in what they call chugging. And that's not what your kids do at UT and Georgia Tech. Okay? Chugging is really what you do for backing up on harmonica, and I'll chug a little bit for you and start out with the trained sound because everybody likes to hear that. Is that too loud out there, you guys? Okay. Okay. All aboard this one. Now we kind of slide into the little guitar and we try to explain, especially the younger they are, they have questions about everything. Why does my puppy have 4 feet? Why is the sky blue in the morning and at nighttime I can't even see it? But anyway, that's an acoustic guitar. It's got a big hole in it. This is an electric guitar. That one has a pickup so it can go through the PA. That's a public address system. This is a tuner. I can electronically tune this thing so it's more in tune. I don't necessarily play any better. This is a capo. Don't even ask about what that is, okay? And usually I start out with the easiest stuff. 1 chord music. Oh, it's so hard. If you can play an E chord, this is in standard tuning. That's an E note. So, you know, right there's your beat. So I can play a whole song in the key of the E. Well, I wish I was a catfish. I lived in the deep blue sea. I'd have all your pretty women, oh, fish enough for me. I said, fish enough for me, fish enough for me. Went down to my baby's house, sit down on my baby's step. She said, come on in, blues man, I got some groceries left. Anyway, that's mono single bass. From there, it got a little more difficult as everything does. You know, he's the first guy that built a house. He had a couple walls and a roof with palm leaves, and he said, man, look at that. As you drive out of here, look at the houses. That's how we've got better. So we're going now to what they call double thumb. And double thumb means that I'm going to go between 2 different chords or 2 different notes. So if it's in the key of C, for you guitar players, C, F, and G, it's kind of like right there. Go to my F chord. So that double thumb is my bass line. I play everything else like a banjo player with the other 2 fingers. double thumber for you, just a different style. Every part of the country has a different style. They have Memphis blues, they have Chicago blues, they have Piedmont blues, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia. You know, you can go back and you can find all kinds of wonderful music back in there. And Robert Johnson did a tune called Phonograph Blues, which is exactly the same chords as Jimi Hendrix's Red House. So Robert Johnson was a blues player, and I think in 1937 he recorded like 20 blues or so, and to this day no one has topped that. So this is a little bit of phonograph blues, and again, this being the key of A, I got my fifth string's an open A note, so keeps me going. Jimi Hendrix did that, you know. My baby got a phonograph, won't play a lonesome word. My baby got a phonograph, Lord, won't play a lonesome word. I said, what evil have I done? What evil has the poor girl heard? Has the poor girl heard? Jimi Hendrix. There's a red house over yonder, and that's where my baby stays. Red house over yonder, same song, same chord form. So there's a very large carryover into other things. One thing that makes the blues really familiar to you and makes it sound different from everything else is the use of seventh notes. For example, here's an E, here's an E7, here's an A, here's an A7, B7, and that's why people like the blues, because you can you can really speak through the guitar. You know, you really can. You can speak through the guitar, and you can make it very, very personal. I think the best instrument you could possibly have is a human voice, not necessarily mine, but other people's. But the guitar, you can really get in there and express yourself well. Music is a universal language, and we can speak it. I cannot speak Russian or Japanese, but I can go to any of those countries, pull this guitar out, and make myself welcome. You know. And we tell the kids that too. If you like this, do this, guys. Come on, you can do this. This isn't magic. If I could do magic, I'd turn each chair into gold, and you could all take one home. Okay, so I can't perform magic, but I can play the blues, and you can too. I didn't start playing guitar till I was 25. I'm 35 now, so, you know, that's how that works. Continuing on, there's such a thing called ragtime music, which was very popular in the 1800s and the 1900s. You probably heard of Scott Joplin's The Entertainer and those guys. Well, they took it over to guitar, and one of the big guys from doing that was Reverend Gary Davis. And Reverend Gary Davis was a preacher, but he also played the blues. And so was Son House. You might have heard of Son House. Son House was a deacon of the Baptist church, and he played church music for a long time. And then he started playing the blues, and he stood up in front of church one day, and this is his quote. He says, whiskey and women won't let me pray. I'm going to give up the deaconship and start playing blues. So that's a true story. So I'll play you a little bit of a little Reverend Gary Davis piece for you right here. Nickel is a nickel, a dime for a dime. I need a new gal. She won't mind. Tell me how long do I have to wait? I said, can I have it now, mama? Must I hesitate? And it goes on for however long you want to do it. But that's another example of, that's for pretty much a kind of Piedmont blues or South Carolina blues. Memphis blues, honestly, was a great conglomeration of everybody that played blues in America, because that was the place to go. So you've got Texas blues, Arkansas blues, Tennessee blues. Everybody that come around wanted to try to make a dime would go to Memphis and play their blues, so you could hear anything down there, anything down there. After the war, World War II, everybody started to get electrified. Electric guitars, microphones, harmonicas, harmonica microphones, even made. All amps were made for guitars. Nowadays, you can get a harmonica microphone, you can get a harmonica amp, and probably buy 100 harmonica pedals. I don't have any of that. All that is for me is something to go wrong. My basic outfit is, this is Mike's very nice PA system. I got an amp I plug into, no pedals, and the simplest it is, Occam's razor. The less things you have, the less things there are to break down. So, Steve.
Mike.
How about a little Jimmy Reed?
Will you play some harmonica?
Yeah, man. And by the way, the key that he is in is not the key of the harmonica I play. Okay, I have to play what they call second position or cross harp, and that allows me to bend my notes on the 1 and 5 for you guitar players. What key, brother?
We're going to be in E.
Got it.
So Jimmy Reed, he played electric guitar, and everybody loved Jimmy Reed. Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, everybody from Britain.
Everybody's played it. You go around town.
His lick is like this. Anyway, that's a lick. I mean, Johnny B. Good, you know. Right, that's Jimmy Reed. Right, all that. Anyway, and then Elvis did him. We're going to do this song, Big Boss Man. Elvis, I think, had a hit out of it, right?
One of them.
Big Boss Man, can't you hear me when I call? Big Boss Man, can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Well, you got me working, boss man, working around the clock. I want a little drink of water, but you won't let Jimmy stop, big boss man. Don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Come on, man, play something.
And if you're really brave and crazy, I got a harmonica rack. You can put the harmonica around your neck and play that at the same time. That's a little bit tougher to do. That's a different level. And a lot of people, I do solo gigs, and so I can play guitar and back myself up on guitar. Play harmonica and back myself up on guitar if I put the harp in the rack. Do wah wah, which looks like this. And it's kind of a nuisance. It's kind of like putting a bit in your mouth if you're a horse. And you need to get the low end of the harp over on that side, so when you start out it doesn't sound like something screeching and horrible. Secondly, you got to put it way up in your mouth like that and twist it down there, because if you don't, you'd be chasing it. Alrighty. So I'll do a little bit of a Robert Johnson tune here for you. You know, I followed her down to the station, with a suitcase in my hand, and I followed her down to the station. The suitcase in my hand. Said it's hard to tell, it's hard to tell, when all your love is in vain, all my love is in vain. Another crazy thing that you can do. After the war, we all got that electric stuff, and they got the Elmore James sound, and all. You can go to Chicago and probably in Knoxville anytime this weekend and hear Stormy Monday by Elmore James. And it's not necessarily a 12-bar blues, although it is. It's got an extended bridge, which whatever that means. And that will kind of go like this, key of G. But you'll hear a whole different format here. We know they call it Stormy Monday. But Tuesday just as bad. Call it Stormy Monday. But Tuesday just as bad. I know that Wednesdays were, Lord, and Thursdays also sad. Little lead work. I can see how the mood has changed. Rhythm slows down a whole lot. Lead work comes in. Here's your extended bridge. Why the eagle flies on Friday Bay. On Saturday I go out to play. bonfires on Friday Bay. Lord, and Saturday I go out to play. First thing Sunday morning, kneel down on my knees, Lord, and I pray. And this is what I say. Oh Lord, 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 ah, Lord, Lord, have mercy on me. Lord, 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 have mercy on me. If anybody see my baby, Lord, please send her home to me. Example is
How long do you want us to go on? Because I thought it was going to be a 20-minute show. He will play until you send him home, I promise. He's had something to eat and drink, so he's set. He'll play till 7 o'clock tonight, I promise. So,
what do you say, 5 minutes, 10, what do you want? You want some more?
Yeah.
Another 5, Cinco Mas. All right then. As you can see, the blues is made itself from a single harmonica and a mono bass line to now jazz chords, extended improvisation, and lead work. It's really made a big change. Some of your bigger names in blues today, well, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix will never go away. Okay, Buddy Guy right now is probably the patriarch of all guitar players. B.B. King died a couple years ago, and B.B. told Buddy, he said, you don't have to be the best, just need to be the oldest. When I'm gone, you're the man. So Buddy Guy, I guess, is the man today, and he's a great guy. And I don't know if I live to be old enough, maybe I'll be good, but I'm practicing on getting better all the time. Little Stevie Ray Vaughan? Little messing around. A little John Lee Hooker, a little boogie music on account of we can't give it. This really lends itself to making up stuff. Was out here on Wednesday afternoon, you know, at the Foxton Country Club, you know. I thought we might play a little bit of boogie music for y'all on account of the can. They were nice and invite us out, give us a good meal, and I really appreciate that. They're nice to us. Nobody even threw any of the salad at us, you know. Well, I said I come in here to do a little boogie. And that boogie in him, now you know it got to come out. I heard Mama telling Papa, that boogie in him has got to come out. Better let that boy boogie out. Better let that boy boogie out. This is when the elementary kids get up, they break dance, they roll around the ground, they eat ice cream sandwiches, man. They take their sneakers off, it's crazy. Anything else, big boy?
I'm with you.
I'll pick you a little bit of a pretty tune. This will be our last one. And again, thank you all for having us out. It's been very nice, showing us a large amount of hospitality. The food was good. Everybody's nice. We don't get that everywhere. This is called Buck Dancer's Choice. This is a combination of Mississippi John Hurt, Elizabeth Cotton, and a whole bunch of stuff I made up. You'll probably figure out what I made up here directly. I'd like to thank Mike for coming and helping me out too. Guess which part's mine? Thanks again for being so good to us. I really appreciate it. It's nice to have an audience that actually sits down and listens. Thank you.